sit for 40 minutes for one lesson. It was so complicated. I couldn't even concentrate. Everybody around me struggled. We could move from one hospital to the other hospital, treating tonsillitis. And over time, we thought it is just time for us to go see a consultant and see what is happening, to just listen to us and understand, try to understand us based on the whole history that we had, because we had gone to more than 10 dispensaries by that time. We went to the hospital, and after multiple tests and physical examinations here and there, a diagnosis was made, and I had hyperthyroidism. I was put on medication, and continuously my clinical manifestations reduced, and I was able, maybe I'm not such a big noise maker. This is something that I'm able to reduce. Kombe from now and then, maybe I don't have these anxiety issues. I'm improving. And that is the time the teachers asked my parents, try to tell us, what have you been through? Okay, what were you told? That is the time that they came, now we are understanding. By that time, they were able to support me. Yeah, so that in future they can support another child who could be going through that. I'm saying this because let me take you back to the thyroid gland. The thyroid gland is a gland located in our neck, and it controls most of the activities in our body. That is how we eat, how we think, all the activities in the body, and even how we use our energy. When it is not stable, the body doesn't stay consistent. It can either speed up if you are in hyperthyroidism, or slow down if you're having hypothyroidism. And sometimes it fluctuates based on how you're presenting in terms of the hormones. And let's say you have thyroiditis. It tends to be so complicated because your body will shift from hypothyroidism, your thyroid state. Quite complicating, right? And imagine for a kid home, because you know that children have high energy levels. They spend most of their time playing. You could say that this child just loves playing, but that is not the case. And sometimes you can misjudge these children and say maybe they are even autistic. Yes, quite common. You misjudge them, you punish them. Sometimes I got punished many times because that was quite complicated. But the moment we came to understand, that is when we started building a community where we started supporting each other. The teachers started supporting me and making sure that they don't beat me over nothing, just because I'm just being me. In high school, the community over there was so supportive. We got to school. I had a challenge with adhering to my medication, and over time, I could try to compensate. You see, let me give you a typical example of what was happening. Let's say you are in your December holidays. You have been given assignment, right, to cover each week or each day. You are supposed to cover this assignment. And then you notice that I've not covered last week's assignment and this week. And today is on Friday, right? What will you do? You'll start overworking so that you can compensate the work that you've not done, to make sure that maybe by Monday you'll have covered up to the work that was supposed to be done today, so that from Monday you can pick up from there. So that is what I used to do to my medication. I've not taken drugs for the last 1 week, so today I'm compensating for the drugs so that I don't get punished by my parents. Yes, but lucky enough, I never got the complications. That was something so good, that I never got the complications, because those are alarming complications. However, continuously in high school, some people were so kind to me that they could understand. Some would say, she's not just feeling well, she's struggling with this. Other people could not understand. And I could not go for morning preps because I was always tired in the morning. And for the days that I felt that, maybe today I can be caught and get punished, or I will be told to go home, I went to class very early in the morning, but not to read or do anything, just to go and sleep and enjoy that sleep on top of my locker. That was not cool. seeing everybody studying, but you're there, you're sleeping because you're so tired, but nobody would understand. Continuously in school, we built a community where my classmates would support me in terms of my food and diet. In school, I was being given a special diet to make sure, because my hormones are all over. Yes, I never got to exaggerate. The diet that was being given in school couldn't exaggerate my clinical manifestations. If I needed an extra plate, I had a locker in school where I could be given snacks. I could carry snacks, or the school could just buy snacks and then give me. We could keep them there, then I could go ask for permission, go get a snack, take a snack, and I would go back to class. And in the evening they could give me that extra jar of porridge every single day. That was so kind of them. Everybody around me, we built a community where we supported each other. They would support me so much, and I would reciprocate sometimes. Why, what are you going through? How was it? After my surgery, actually I was put off duty. Like, I would not do any school duty. I never performed any school duty until I finished school. That was so kind of them. So, having a supportive community around me from school, the teachers, and my peers, that was something that was so helpful because it isn't the journey. Later, when I joined college, yes, that is when we started the myth busting episodes. Yes, every day. This is my community's perspective about thyroid-related conditions and people who have undergone surgeries. That was not easy for me because I felt, oh, I think it's time for me to take that one back step and be in isolation, just stay alone, because the moment you expose yourself to getting to these myth busting episodes, they really affect you subconsciously. They even affect your self-esteem, even how you relate with others. The community over there was not supportive. Continuously, uh, anybody who struggled with thyroid-related conditions could come and approach me. We would walk through that journey with them, make sure that I encourage them. And as I told you that the community wasn't supportive. It wasn't only supportive to me, even to them. So the moment that they could come tell me, we could create our own small community where we supported each other to make sure that we feel we accommodate each other and extend the grace to each other, which was very kind of us. And out of that, I could feel so satisfied. We started building community, we built connections. Whenever you had an issue, how did you address this? And we could combine. What worked for you, what worked for me. And in college, that is where I got massive weight loss, where I had to change my whole wardrobe. My parents were so supportive because continuously they were able to give me everything that I wanted in terms of the outfits that I wanted to change, in terms of the diet. What am I taking? Yes, and that made the burden so easy for me to bear with it. And you find that compoundingly, one step at a time, you are able to improve life. You're able to live a life fully. You're able to build this community to make sure that you're able to support each other, create awareness with the people. And some of the life lessons that I learned from that was that community work is so easy and it's so fulfilling, because whenever I have a challenge and I speak it out without being judged, and I offer you some solutions that I used in my life, you're able to see, it is also working out for me. I'm no longer getting these anxiety episodes. I'm not getting irritable. I'm able to control this and to be confident enough. That is why I say that is why You Thrive exists, to make sure that you don't walk your journey alone, thyroid-related journey alone, whenever you are a kid, maybe from primary school, high school, and in college. That is why we want this is a wake-up call to the whole community, the teachers, the parents. Make sure that you offer support to everybody who is struggling with any condition, not only thyroid-related conditions. Yes, by that you can be able to make sure that you learn from us. Follow us across all our social media platforms at Youth Thrive Foundations. We also have community work that we do. You can you can just join us. You can just follow us. You check when we will be having community work. Come join us. Let's build this community together, because Youth Drive is not ours. It is the whole community. It is not just us from this side. It requires us to incorporate everybody in the community to make sure that everybody gets access to the information, everybody gets access to this community, and you learn something. By that, compoundingly, you find that you live a life that is so fulfilling and full of love. So, from Youth Drive Foundation, here we believe in healing, and we believe in action oriented healing. Yes, not silently, not just sitting there. We believe in you have an issue, you reach out, we address the issue, and then we move on swiftly, faster than lightning, right? Yes, so thank you.